Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com. And basically what I was thinking about is before I get into local storage and session storage, I figured we should probably explore how to do environmental variables in our backend. Because one of the big security features with our JWT tokens, which we have set up in our backend, is the secret key. Right now the secret key is exposed. So I'm going to go back to so I'm going to close this, go back to our backend app, and go to our controllers. If I go to my user's controller, okay, I can see, actually I think it's in the application controller. I can see that the secret token, the secret key is exposed completely. Okay, so anyone could just look at our source code and be able to decode our tokens. Okay, we don't necessarily want that. It's not a good thing. So what we want to do is make it where it decodes our tokens with a hidden secret key. But right now, out of the box, there's no sort of .env file or YAML file where you can get environmental variables. You have to configure that into Ruby. The easiest way to do it is just the .env library, in my opinion. So all we need is go to our gem file. So go to our gem file. And what we're going to do is we're going to add this line. Okay, .env rails, and this groups command is just saying, hey, we only want it for our development and test environments. We don't want this for our production environment, because in our production environment, Heroku will handle our environment variables. So in that case, we'll just put them in those config vars on Heroku, but at least now we can, test it out locally, and then on Heroku we just set up our config vars and life's okay. So that's what we need to add to our gem file. Let me kill the server for a moment. Then what I need to do is install it. So bundle install. That's going to go into the gem file, look for uninstalled gems and install them. So it's doing that. Okay, see, it was fetching .env because I hadn't had that installed yet. And it needs my password to do so. There we go. Okay, so that should be all installed now. So theoretically, I should be able to create a .env file now. So let's test that out. New file. .env. Okay, let me just make sure that that's in my .getignore. That my .getignore doesn't store .envs, which it isn't configured to do that now. So I'm going to want to do that. So in my .getignore .env. Okay, just add it somewhere. That way it just doesn't upload that file, because that file is going to have all your sensitive information, so you don't want that file on your GitHub. So make sure you have that .env in your .getignore, and I think otherwise we are good. So I will hit, well, it's saved. So now let's put in a variable called secret. Okay, secret. And then it'll just equal, in this case, we'll just say pickles. Okay, so our secret is pickles. Okay, simple as that. Okay. So then what I want to do at this point is then get the environmental variable syntax, which, let me go grab it from our database.yaml, which is in config. Database.yaml, because it has an example in there, so right here. So right here is what I want. Okay. That's how you grab environmental variables. You type env, all caps, because essentially it's a hash that's kind of floating around in your code once this library is installed. So what I want to do is head back to our controllers, back to our application controller, and I want to replace these two instances of my secret with that env.database secret. Again, casing matters, so make sure it matches your .env file. So my .env file secret. Okay, and usually your environmental variables are uppercase. Okay, so I want it there, and it has to be also the same on when you decode it. So there you go. That should work. Okay. Assuming that we have it all set up right. So the best way to test it out is to run the server. Rails server. Okay, so far so good. Let's refresh. Let me log back in. Alex Merced. Pineapple. Oh. Okay. That didn't work out the way we wanted it to work out. So let's go to our network. Let's take a look at our no refer, strict origin, chunked. Oh, actually, let's see the response message. Please log in. So that means it didn't verify the token correctly, so that's not good. And let's see, did we get a token back in the first place? Let's see here. Digest, updated at. We did get a token. So let's take a look at back at our code. ENV database. Oh, here's why. This needs to be changed to static. I accidentally forgot to change that. Okay, so now you see they got a match. Okay, see the secret key, and that's got to change to secret. Okay, secret. Okay, the secret key's got to match on the encode and the decode for this to work. So let's save that. Let's restart the server. Okay. Luckily, that wasn't anything difficult. So I was able to successfully log in, but the thing is that the token that it encoded couldn't be decoded for any future requests because it didn't have the same secret key. That's what kind of happened there. Alex Merced, Pineapple. Now they should both have the same secret key, so it should work. Okay, good. And yep, there's all the messages. So good. Okay, our .env file is working. So we're in good shape. Okay. Good times. Now, next thing to do, well, that's it for this video. So I'll see you guys in the next video where we will do local storage session storage. So that way you don't have to log in every time you refresh.